Okay, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on the menu options for the BRX configurator. So this is just kind of go through each and every line item I've got here for the settings, so you can kind of familiarize yourself with each one. Okay, so the BRX, first of all, the top two slots has two weapon slots that you can use in the in-game mode with the configurator, similar to what call sign does. So if I select that top left one, weapon slot 0, this is your primary weapon. You can, oops, let me put it in play mode, sorry. So you can select either have the weapon unarmed, AMR, assault, bolt rifle, burst rifle, charge rifle, all the weapons that are basically in the normal game modes, okay? I do not have it set up to where you can change the melee weapon. It's only these weapons. Now, if you do player's choice, what that does is as soon as I select that and I press OK, it's going to put the BRX mode into a manual selection mode for the rifle. So you have to simply just pull the trigger to cycle through the weapon choices like you would have under a normal game scenario, and it'll cycle and tell you the different guns 1 through 20, 1 through 18 or something like that. But it lets you just use those different choices. You'd have to go and look at the list of the different choices you can use in order for it to know which one does what. So that's that. So, and if you do, sorry, let me go back to that. If you do player's choice, how you select that is by pressing the alternate fire button, the little orange or red button, depending on the generation of the BRX you're using. And so the one that you normally use to switch weapons in call sign, or to use your perk button, that's the button that you press to select the weapon, and it'll give you a confirmation that it's been loaded up. So that's that. Same thing for weapon slot number 2. You do the same thing. You can set the weapons or allow the players to choose them. That's up to you how you want to do it. Objectives and goals. This is something that's not currently used in the game functionality yet. It does count them, but this is something to be implemented for using different things for game settings, capture the flag, domination time points, whatever you want to do. So you gain a minute and automatically gives you a score. There's different stuff that I'm going to have to integrate later on. Kills to win. Again, this is not really used, but it could be if you're using an online system with this. It's more for future use. So it's not really going to do anything except for change values for pre-programmed abilities. The live section. Okay, this is what's going to give you either 1 through 25. And I can increase it if we need to, but that's just what I have it set to. 0 is going to be unlimited, and 1 through 25 is whatever you're going to have set for your options for your count of lives. Now, you'll be able to respawn in the game until you run out of lives. This does work in the programming, and so once you run out of lives, it's going to say game over, and your game is done, and that you cannot respawn anymore. The game time. You can choose between 1 minute all the way up to unlimited time, 30 minutes, 25-minute intervals. I use these ones because the game programming already had call-outs to say 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes when you select it. So your gun will make a noise whenever you select these to indicate that the confirmation has been accepted. So that's just what that does. The game timer does work, and it will in your time. So make sure that you are set to unlimited, because this is functional as of the last update I think that I sent in, or updated. That's that. Lighting and ambience, that's easy, simple. Outdoor and indoor, and then stealth. I said don't use it because I do not have the light configuration settings included yet, so it won't make you go stealth mode and turn your lights off on the gun yet. I haven't done that, so that's another implementation for later. Teams. Okay, so you can go free for all, which puts everybody on the same team and enables automatically what's it called? Enables friendly fire on, and so that you can shoot each other, and so it just puts you in a basically normal free-for-all game mode. 2 teams puts 1s and 2s or odds and evens against each other and automatically does it, or you do player choice custom. And the same thing with player choice custom is like whenever you select your guns, you pull the trigger and you cycle between the teams that you can choose from, and then press the alt fire button to confirm your selection, and it'll make a noise confirming that you've made that choice. Okay, game mode domination. All these different things are things to be implemented later on in the game. They're not set up yet. They're just choices and options. I can do whatever I want to with those later on. The teams respawn type. Okay, so immediate automatic. There's no timeout. So as soon as you die, you respawn in. 15 seconds is the countdown, and all these things just basically change how the timer works for how long it takes you for you to respawn. I believe this is working. Double check maybe if you try it and test it and see if it's not. I don't recall if I actually enabled it yet, but that's what it's for. Delay start countdown. Automatically it's set to off, I believe, for 15 seconds. I can't remember how I set it up, but you can modify how long it takes you from whenever you press go or the bottom button. It says in-game start game. When you hit start game, right, it's going to give you a countdown. It's a quiet, silent countdown, I believe. I don't remember what I did, and it'll give you that countdown before you start a game and before it tells all the guns to start up. Volume, you can adjust your volume, 0 to 100. The intention is you hear it within 0 feet or you hear it within 100 feet. Male and female obviously switches the gender of your voice call outs. Ammunition, so there's limited ammunitions, unlimited magazines, and unlimited rounds. They're just that exactly. So limited ammunitions means that you will run out of bullets unless you receive more. Unlimited magazines means that you will continue every single time you reload, it restocks your magazine count, so you will still have to reload in game, but you'll never run out of magazines. So it's similar to like playing offline games with BRX. Unlimited rounds sets it to where it never runs out of rounds inside one clip, so you never have to reload ever. Friendly fire off and on. That's pretty explanatory. So when you're playing team games, you can enable it or disable it. Sync scores is as a command. This is a new version. You probably don't have access to this one because I haven't released it yet, but sync scores is what's going to enable it to be able to update and send all the scoring updates to the Blink Sys server. And then in-game and start game. If you need to end the game whenever people are around, like say the game's not over, people gather together, you can always end the game early and make sure everybody turns off, and it kicks them out of the game so they can't fire and do noisy stuff. And start game obviously starts it. And this is a switch, so be cognizant of where it's at.